Hey everyone, how are you all doing? Welcome to Camppatton Family Compounds Monday Night Fireside Chat. Tonight's topic is Dutch oven, ways to cook in it. And how's everybody doing out there? Okay, before I bring anybody up, I'm going to wait until I get to the slides and stuff. But before I jump into that, I need to address those that are new here and not know what's going on, because I've gotten some comments over the last week or two. Some people complain about stuff. I had to explain it to them. I think most of them are watching it. I mean, in fact, they're all watching it on the replay on several things. They go, how come you got 5 minutes of music at the beginning? Well, okay, it is now 8 o'clock Eastern time. So all that beforehand was before the live stream actually starts. It's an intro stuff. Because sometimes, at least YouTube used to do it all the time. Now they're cutting back on putting ads on my stuff. They'd play an ad at the beginning whenever anybody come in on the live stream. And so I had the countdown going. So what was covered up was the countdown. They'd be running 2 and 3 minute ads, and it wouldn't be a big deal. So those that are new here, or if you're watching on the replay, that's why there's 5 minutes of the countdown clock. And tonight, 32 seconds of lead-in intro to it before I start talking. All right, so that's just the way it is to keep things friendly. Also, I'm going to be jumping in here and saying hi to everybody because, hey, everyone in here on the chat right now, and I froze. Everybody in the chat is a friend. They're my YouTube friends, and some of them are good enough friends to call family. All right, so we're gonna switch over there. And I'm going to say hi to everybody. And I see a bunch more people coming in right now. So let me get on it. Okay, so leading off here, we have StreamYard YouTube kicked it up here automatically with Walt Rogers, Super Scout, Phelan Klein Wolf from Troop 1351 have upgraded to the new level, the SSG boot camp level here. And there's a whole, I put on the my community chat information about that there. All right. And the new level is $5.99 a month. YouTube wouldn't let me do I was just want to do 501 because anything below $5, if I did like $4.99, they would make it that anytime someone tries to gift a membership, it goes to the most expensive one under $5. Greedy biatches. Anyways, so that's why you see at the very top of the chat. That's why they're in there with the big stars on them stuff. All right, first one to check in was Aiden Air from across the pond, followed by Super Scout, then Walt Rogers, then Moon over Miami, followed by Troop 1351, who says we're back at NYLT, which tells me it's not his mom who's the Scoutmaster. It's Giuliano who made his Eagle Scout and went to NYLT when I was when myself and the staff sergeant were on staff there as adult trainers. Next one is Phelan Klein Wolf, who was the quartermaster for the course that Giuliano went through. All right. Next one in is Mad Chick Acres, followed by Suzanne Goulet, who has been a member for 11 months. There it is, 11 months. And then she upgraded to the Staff Sergeant Boot Camp. Next in is Kaylin Strain. And let's see, and there's hi everybody. And again, Prepper for the Ages is here. And Jay is in the house. Lewis, it's the Marshmallow Man. Glenn at How to Gardens here. Chekhov's in the house. Shawnee Shave is here. Alicia Autism Mom is in the house. KS World of Fun and Slime Making is here. And okay. And got a question. Are we doing a giveaway? Yes, we are going to be doing a giveaway tonight. Because I'm going to make sure they didn't take it away, make sure I'm still there at that rate. So let me switch over here, hit the refresh button on analytics and make sure we're still at 5150. And there's a story behind that. If you saw my community post, you'd know what it is. Yes, we're still beyond 5150. Okay, so when I worked as a deputy sheriff in California, 5150 is the health and welfare code for crazy. So, hey, we are at the crazy mark, so I'm going to do a giveaway this afternoon. See if he. All right, Chief Tech is here as well. Subscribed. Well, it's not going to be a gift card. It's not going to be a gift card. It's going to be an item. It's going to be heavy and shipped to your house. Okay. So, and unless you're outside the continental United States, then it costs. Then the way Amazon works and stuff, it's a pain in the butt. So, those of you that are overseas or north of the border or south of the border, it'll be an equivalent priced Amazon gift card. And CR is in the house. All righty. So we got 16 people walking. Chief. Oh, chef. Sorry. Chef Tech. Let me get my glasses cleaned. There we go. What about another planet? I'll just have Howie swing by and pick it up and drop it off. All righty, so let's switch over here. Ooh. And all right, let's get to the slideshow here and talk about Dutch ovens and different ways you can cook in it. All right, so for me, this is the first type of Dutch oven I ever saw and I grew up with. It's one that you can pile coals on top and coals underneath because it's got legs on it. And so coals on top, coals underneath. You can adjust it. You can move it around. It has a handle on it. They got tools to pick up the handle. They have the same tool that can also pick up the lid, so you can inspect how things are cooking without burning your hands or getting ashes into it. Oh, I forgot to pick on CR. Yes, he says, of course. He goes, yes, I'm eating. All righty, so. And see, as you can see, they got the tool there, picking the lid off there. And so you can inspect what the cheesy, hamburgery, gooey delight they have. And it looks like they got some potatoes in there too. So so there's your basic, American standard Dutch oven. Alpine Gulch, welcome. I'll have to go back and check on that. I saw something on that and I totally spaced on it. Let's see. Yes, Dutch ovens are made of cast iron. However, there are some that are a little bit different, and I'll get to that in a minute here. Oh, they also make a bunch that are out of aluminum too. They have legs on them and everything else. Those are fun. Kaylin says in November we did pancakes for breakfast. Use Dutch oven lid to keep them warm till the rest were cooked. Yes, and I'm not sure if I grabbed the griddle one or not in here. Let's take a look here. Then I found out about these. These are the round tops and flat bottoms. These are great to let's see here. KS is asking a question. No, if you notice in the chat, you're not green or have a wrench. So, yeah, you're not green, so it's not showing up here. So your membership has expired. I noticed that YouTube's been expiring memberships. They're supposed to be automatic renewal. They're expiring them, so you got to be careful on that. Anyways, what's neat about this is you can use this on an induction, on a regular stovetop, gas or electric, propane, or an induction stovetop because it's iron and it works really good on an induction stovetop. All right, hang on. I got crap popping up here. All right. The dome, hopefully I have a picture of the dome in here, but usually this dome has little pimples on it, bumps on it, so the steam drips down in the food, not just down the edge. Okay, here's the other one. Cast iron, but with a ceramic coating inside and out. And if you look at the lid here, you'll see the rings of dimples, bumps, whatever you want to call them, on there that helps the steam that collects on the top to drip back down inside. So the enamel ones are absolutely great. Enamel, ceramic, depends on what you get, but yeah. Let's see. I got to catch it. Yeah. Good. We got people to cook in here. All righty. Glenn's been wanting the blue one. Actually, at Sam's Club several years ago, I got my wife the green one. It was a set of two. One had a green and a blue one in it, and another year I got her another set had a red and a yellow one in it. So, all right. Let's see the next one. Next type here. All right. So how you stack your coals up on it? If you're using briquettes, briquettes burn a little bit differently than just the coals from burning wood. The briquettes seem to cook a little bit hotter than most wood, unless you get some good black walnut or tan oak or something like that on there. All right, and so yeah, the one thing you got to be careful of, the handle here. You can't grab the handle. You got to use the lifter to lift it up with. And a lot of recipes will say how many briquettes to put on top and how many to put underneath. Kentucky Survivalist. Hey, how's it going? Lori J is in the house too. All right, so, and what's neat about the ones with legs on them, you can stack them up, and that way you bottom of the one above it. We've had these stacked at Scout Camp as high as 7 tall. Yeah, gets a little fun moving them around and checking them and everything else. But usually you have a crew of about 3 adults and 4 scouts in there, or at Scout Camp or at NYLT, moving these things around, making sure they're working, and watching the guys do it that have been doing it a while. It's like a ballet, and they're doing just absolutely fantastic on it. Now you can cook it up on it. They have these metal trays that you can put the briquettes on or the coals on and cook them up so you're not bending over quite so much. They also can be used just as like an old stew pot, whatever you want to call it, pot, kettle, whatever, where you can just swing it out over the fire and cook it above a fire as well. Oh, I just noticed something in the background here. If you can see my cursor moving, there's a skillet laying back there in the grass. All right, they make all sorts of different stands to do it on, where you can hang things at different height above the fire. They even have racks for the flat bottom skillets and the flat and other things, cornbread cookers and stuff like that, where you can do that over the fire as well. But the most common one is a tripod that you put over the fire. We'll put coals up on top, and you can adjust it up and down above the fire depending on how it's cooking inside. All right, just double checking. I got it. Okay. You can use the enamel ones in or out of a campfire, on stove, in the oven. Cleaning the enamel ones, the bottom of the enamel ones, is problematic, but yeah, you can do it. All right. And here they are using the lid for the skillet Actually bigger than a skillet, but it's like it's a skillet with the short handles on it, to do their hot dogs and uh, brown up their buns on as well after they used it to cook. Um, Looks like got corn in there, you got beans in there, so you figure out what that is. Uh, yeah, the soot on the outside won't affect the food on the inside, but it's just not as pretty. All right, let's see. Yeah, all right, yeah. So she says she's a member on her KS channel. Good, cool. Hey, Courtney's in the house. Where'd he go? And she loves her cast irons. All righty. Let's see. Next one here. A nice skillet. They're doing. They got eggs. They got cooking up some eggs. They got a little bacon in there. They got taters in there, some onions, and they got it on a they put it on a grill over there above the fire instead of putting it down in the coals. And if you notice, they got 3 things above the coals and 1 down in the coals down there. So the one, I would say the one Dutch oven up on above there, how it's sitting off the side, is just there to stay warm. Okay, I'm just trying to keep up on the chat here. There's a lot of chatter going on there. Good. Okay, I'm not missing anybody new else coming in. All right, let's see what else we got here. Okay, there are a couple of organizations around. The IDOS, the International Dutch Oven Society, is a great one. They have all sorts of training on there for their members only. They can teach you how to restore a rusty Dutch oven or a cast iron skillet, proper ways of seasoning, all sorts of good maintenance ideas, and recipes and recipes and recipes. All right, you can check out the IDOS, International Dutch Oven Society. But they're not the only ones. Northwest Dutch Oven Society. It's another one. There are different ones across the United States. You can look for one locally if you want to do locally and not just be an internet member, because sometimes the local ones have great content and cooking challenges. And you can see, if you pay attention what you see out there, you notice that some of them are, like down on the bottom left here, are straight in the Dutch oven. The one next to it there is lined with aluminum foil. The one above it is lined with parchment paper, and we're going to talk about that here in a minute. All right, there we go. These are some of the coolest ones. If you're doing something like a chili with a lot of tomato sauce in and stuff, acidic tomato sauce, that you don't want to eat the seasoning off of the pan. These things are great because they actually, as you start to get down to the last of it, you can lift it up and it'll still hold its form, unlike just making foil liner, and you can set it off to the side. Yeah, it will eat the aluminum, but not right away. I mean, you're talking about a day or two in there before it'll eat these aluminum ones. Let's see. Oh, the other thing these are great for, doing stuff like monkey bread, cinnamon rolls, sweet sticky stuff that'll burn to the pan. Cobblers are great in this as well. That way you don't wind up having to scour your Dutch oven out and then re-season it because you did a cobbler in there. And here's one with the parchment paper in it. With the thing with the parchment paper, if you have a really wet mix in there and you're cooking something a long time, you got to be careful, because as you're serving stuff out, you don't want to scrape against the parchment paper and tear it. Exactly, Courtney. That's why you line it with either the aluminum foil or the parchment paper. And let's see what else we got here. And actually, what's best if you're going to be doing that stuff, get a especially if you're doing it at home, just get an enamel one or one of the ceramic coated ones. That just protects the pan so great, and it's not Teflon coating, so you don't have to worry about that stuff. Here's a line of someone putting the aluminum in it, trying to use one piece. Rather unique looking, but okay. So let me go back over here, and I got to bring something up here. Okay. Grow Big TV. Woo, 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 woo. Thank you very much. Thank you, Joe. All right, so I put out a video over on my other channel, Gray Man Prepping, about Dutch ovens, early little short one here. And I'm just going to show you part of it here. First, I got to reset this. Stop sharing, present, share screen. Got to make sure the sound is playing on it. There we go. Share. All right, this is, as you can see, it's YouTube. It is me in both of them, so I'm sharing my own video. All right, so hopefully the sound will play on this. Protects it. Now, I'm going to show you a cheaper way of doing it, which we also teach all the scouts how to do as well. And some of them prefer to do that rather than spend a little extra money on this. So let me change the camera around and get things set up for you. All right, so I'm going to show you a way to line a Dutch oven. The basic, I'm not going to have a Dutch oven and actually press it in, but I'm going to show it to you. We got two different rolls of aluminum foil here. This is the stuff we take to scout camp, the heavy duty, extra wide rolls. So I'm just going to use this one here to show you because it's just as easy to do with this. A couple pieces here. And show you what happens, because usually what happens on the with these, even with the big roll, so we're using the big Dutch oven, it's not going to fit all the way across. If I try using this small one, especially in one of the big Dutch ovens, it's not going to work. So what we do is make it the right size and stuff to make it wide enough on it. We just cut it long pieces here. Then we take let's get it lined up here from good side to good side. There we go. And as usually in stuff, it doesn't wind up always true and straight, especially on the cook tables. You just start folding it over. You fold it over several times, and then you fold that in half. All right. And that will give you a watertight seal to fit down in the Dutch oven. So, like if you're using this on a big Dutch oven, say this size, it's not going to fit once you push it down in, because once it goes down in, you're going to be short. So what you do is you just stretch it out past it, 2 pieces past, so it goes enough so it'll go this way here, and you put the fold seam like this, so it takes up and it fits down and seals up good inside the Dutch oven. So that's a simple way of doing it. And once you have it in there and it's full, actually, let me grab a pan here. I'll just grab a regular pan to show you how it fits down inside here. So when you go to put it down in, you just kind of gently push it down in. And work, like I said, this is, wasn't made to actually go in, but see, it just fits in. And then you can put your cinnamon roll in there, your monkey bread, whatever, in the Dutch oven and cook it. And also makes it easier to lift everything out, and your Dutch oven stays clean. All right, so that's video is over on Gray Man Prepping. It's a 6.5-minute video. you can go over there and check it out. And as I explain a little bit more stuff over there on it. Hey, Josh at Skinner Farms is in the house. All right, let's see here. Let me go ahead and get that down and out of the way here. All right, there's some stuff out here, so I got more stuff to put up here. And hang on. All righty. Okay, so there is a lot of information out there to how to take care of Dutch ovens, how to cook in them. Uncle Al, a couple years back, sent me this book here, the World Championship Dutch Oven Cookbook, loaded with, let me get it to flip right here, loaded with all sorts of recipes and just loaded with recipes. And this is from the, hang on here, tell you which year, which championship year this was from. This was from the 1989 championship, and it was done down in Utah. So there are plenty of books out there. I got several other Dutch oven books in the bookshelf of all the cooking stuff there. All right, let's see here. Before I open it up and bring someone up, I want to go ahead and do the giveaway. Giveaway is going to be for channel members, because channel members support the channel by paying to be channel members. And so for information on it, the new level, the Staff Sergeant's Boot Camp level, which is $5.99 a month, that if you're a member of that, you get your name on the wheel 6 times, whereas you just pay the 99 cents, you get your name on the wheel once. Also, Staff Sergeant Boot Camp members do not have to be present to win, but I've seen everybody that's a member so far commenting, so they're in the chat anyways. But I already got everybody's email address that are those that level member. So let me go over here, and we're going to go ahead. Oh, before I put that up, hang on. I got to go over here. Oh, there she is, Sarah. And we're going to go in here. And let me bring us down so I can get in there without doing too much gobbledygook here, and get to the right one here and bring it up. So I got it saved. There we go. This is what I'm giving away. I'm giving away a 4-quart Dutch oven with legs on it. And so that's going to be the prize for the channel members. Said a cast. I don't know. All right, so let me, since I added during the live stream at the beginning, Suzanne Galley upped her membership from camper to boot camp, and we're going to go ahead and shuffle the names up here, and we're going to give it a spin to see who wins that. Okay, so Alicia, Autism Mom, won. However, she's in Canada, so what she will get a $38.35, or I'll make it a $40 for Canada for the difference up there, $40 gift card, and I believe I still have Alicia's. Alicia, just send me an email just to be sure. And hang on a second here. We're going to, I'll put this on. It has the email on it, camppattonfamilycompound@gmail.com. Send me an email, and that way I'll make sure you get the gift card sent tonight. And if you want to share it with your daughter, you can share it with your daughter. All right? Okay, so there's the crazy giveaway today. 5150 giveaway. All righty, so let me go ahead and drop that off. And so those of you that are Dutch oven cookers, where is it here? Get back on chat. There we go. There we go. There's the link. And Grow Big TV is going live in 30 minutes. All right. And at least that's what the pop-up here just said. And let me go ahead and move that over there. I need to pin that to the top. There we go. So you so those of you that just about everybody in here is trusted enough to come up here. If you want to come up and talk about your experience and things you do when you're cooking Dutch oven. So one of the cool things that we like to do at Scout Camp, the boys love to do chilies, make chili, and they love to do apple or peach cobblers. So every meal we do at Scout Camp in the Dutch ovens gets, here comes Lewis. All right. Every meal we do at Scout Camp, the Dutch oven gets a liner in it, because Scouts think smarter, not harder. And if they don't got to scour that, clean that pan carefully and without damaging the seasoning on it, they're going to do that. And they will line those Dutch ovens sometimes with 2 things of foil. Put one end, with the seam on it, put it in, and do another one and put it in. So that's one of the things. They just really take care of stuff. Now, one of the things I didn't mention so far is we actually bought a couple of bunt pans. The ones with the hole in the middle. And that fit in the Dutch ovens. And then we got the cake rack, small, the tall, it's not small, the short round cake racks. Put that in the bottom, put the bunt pan on top of it so the bottom doesn't burn, and it acts as a really good oven. And they'll put the monkey bread in that, or they'll just bake a cake in that at Scout Camp. And it's just so much easier just to, because with the bunt pan with the hole in the middle, it allows heat to go up the middle too, so it heats the breads and stuff more and cakes more evenly. So Lewis, you do much cooking in Dutch ovens?
I'm learning. The furthest I got is like pasta. That's about it.
Probably the easiest thing that to cook in one, if you line it, is a cobbler. You like a simple recipe for a cobbler. You take a can of peaches, you drain it, save the juice, drain it, put the peaches in, mix up. You can take cake mix, like a spice cake mix or a white. Chocolate's not too good, but or a yellow cake mix, and you just sprinkle it around evenly, and then you take the juice from the peaches and pour it on top. And that way you get steam from the bottom, the juice from the top. You don't even have to mix it in, and it'll over time it'll get down in there and it'll cook it in. And Kaylin's right. There are also crevettes you can put in the bottom for your baking pan.
No question. You can use these things in the oven, like as a Dutch oven, like the glass ones, right?
Mm-hmm. You can use the ones with the legs are a little bit more difficult to use in an oven, but enamel or ceramic coated ones are great for in the oven. If it's any of the smooth bottom ones with the round dome lids are great for using in the oven.
Now, from the glass ones to the cast iron, do you got to wait like a couple of minutes, few minutes for the cast iron? Like, say you put it in the Dutch oven, right?
Mm-hmm.
You like 2 or 3 minutes for the cast iron to heat up before you start the time.
Generally, if I'm cooking indoors with one, I'll preheat it.
Okay.
I'll preheat the Dutch oven and have everything ready so it goes in there, dump, poop, and in the oven really quick. And that's where a good pair of mitts come in handy. And Kaylin says you can also use biscuits in addition to a dump cake. All right, Lori's stepping out for a bit. And
you know the barbecue, you know, where you can put the frying pan?
uh-huh.
Can you use the flat, like the ones without the legs, as a Dutch oven on that?
Okay. Interesting question. All right, I've seen people take two identical skillets out camping, put one down, put the other one on top of it, and just offset the handles a little bit. Just kind of rotate it on top of it so that the one handle's sitting off the side so they can pick it up with a good, not a leather glove like the person above your avatar there is wearing, more like an UV glove mitt or something like that, or a welder's glove where it's got insulation on the inside too, where they can pick that top one off carefully to check to see how it's being cooked. You can also use come on, brain, work. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the chat. I'm getting distracted by the chat. You can also use like the enamel or the smooth, any of the smooth bottom ones on the stovetop as a pan. You know, so you can do it that way too. Cast iron is very versatile, very versatile. Okay, let me see. I'm just missing some things here. That one there. Yes, the solar ovens like the Sun Oven. They sell the black and speckled, granite speckled pans for it, but a good black Dutch oven works great in there. And of course, in doing a Sun Oven, a Dutch oven or any cast iron in a Sun Oven, I would put that in there at least a half hour before you start to add ingredients to the cast iron in there. Because you want that cast iron to be hot already before you start putting the ingredients in there. That way it cooks at a decent rate. Oh, okay. Whew. Oh, man. I ate something bad for dinner. I didn't have anything out of my Dutch oven. Let's see what we got here. All right, Kaylin cooked ground turkey and brown rice in hers. Lori says she makes bread in hers while camping. Yeah, and what's great about this, one of the breads that work the best in these, as far as we found out, that making the dinner rolls and stuff. I wish I could remember the name of the company. It's a white package in the freezer section, has an orange banner across the top with the name of the on it. But they're frozen little dinner roll. So basically the dough is raw and it's frozen, and when it thaws out, then it'll rise and everything else, and you just place those around inside the Dutch oven, a lined Dutch oven, so it doesn't stick to the side of it. And it works great. Now it's not King's Hawaiian. It's shoot. Hang on a second here. Let's see. We get my wife gets it all the time. I got some in the freezer in the in the kitchen here. Give me a second here, because we get it at Sam's Club all the time. So frozen. Frozen dinner rolls. Rhodes, that's it. That's the Rhodes. There we go. Now I can bring it up and show you. There it is. These things, they're great in Dutch ovens. See, I saw white with orange on top. I had that now. So Rhodes dinner rolls. These things are absolutely great. And they're also great for if you get them, if they're all totally thawed out for a good time, you can take them together and make a pizza crust and a little pan and put that in the Dutch oven up on the trivet or a cake pan so it doesn't burn. You can make a pizza in there as well. Or you can take these, peel them apart and use them for making monkey bread.
Now, when you're cooking on fire, do you got to play with it a little bit, like not the fire itself, but
you got to
learn how high you got to have the thing, like the Dutch oven or any cast iron, and to learn how big the fire's got to be. You got to like.
All right, you don't cook on a fresh fire. If you look, it's kind of hard to tell the background behind us here. Like up above me, you can see where they got the fresh fire going, but then over towards you and down below us, you can see they got the coals. So in one corner of the fire pit, they have a fresh fire going, and they drag the coals away from that and just keep feeding that. If you're doing a long fire, you got to have a decent fire ring for this. And then you use the coals to pile under and on top of the Dutch ovens. I have a 20-inch diameter, 3-inch deep Cajun Classic skillet. I've shown it in some of my other videos from a couple of years ago. But when we take that one to scout camp, we'll get a fire going, and once the flames are basically gone and it's down to just the coals, we pile the coals up, and then we take 2 more logs and lay it in the fire pit like this, with the coals in between, and put that sucker on top. And that way it's like, all the heat's coming right up underneath the skillet. And this is usually the scoutmasters and other adult leaders that have gone with the scouts to camp to keep an eye on them. This is when they're having their big cookout over at the mess hall. We're having our own private cookout in camp, and we usually that's when we break out the steaks and the baked potatoes and the other stuff and cook all that stuff up. Ooh, CR got an ad. Amazing. In the last 3 months, I've only had one person tell me they saw an ad on my regular videos. Especially hardwoods, you really want to get down to coals. Even the pines and stuff, the fat pine stuff, you want to get down to coals.
Hardwood.
Hey! Oh, gotta shut the volume off on my other one there.
Yeah.
A little echo. I got too many things running at once. There we are.
Yeah, let's see. I'm not sure if it's still going or not.
I might as well just kill it.
Well, generally what I just do, I just mute it totally.
Well, whatever.
Yeah. That way you can still type in the chat if you need to.
Oh, this is true. I can pull it up on my phone. Anyway.
Yeah.
I've ruined a few the patina and a few Dutch ovens cooking in the fire. Oops.
Yeah. One of the things that we've done at scout camp, when the scouts have actually put something in an unlined Dutch oven, once they clean, we make them go down to the creek or the river or whatever, the water, where there's a sandy shore, and put it after it's cooled down a bit. Put some of the wet sand inside and use that to scour the inside. And then they rinse it all out, bring it back. Once it's clean, we put it back on the fire, get it nice and hot, and we cook some bacon in it. Or if we happen to have a little thing of lard, we'll just throw some lard in it and re-season it.
I've done that many times. Unfortunately, didn't want to, but you have to.
Yeah. Now, here's going to be a little secret, folks.
I've done that many times. Let me get that off. There we go. Okay, you're muted.
One of the things that when it comes to seasoning Dutch ovens, and a lot of people get ticked. They go, "Oh, I'm seasoning my oven in the house, and it just smoked up the whole house." Yeah, because you get it. You set the oven to about 375, 400 degrees. Generally, what we've done, I'll be bringing it up here maybe this summer. Probably this summer, I'll be bringing it up here from California. We got an old, cheap gas stove. And with the old stoves, to make them work on propane, you just the jet nozzles, you can just tighten it down. It tightens the nozzle down. So you're turning from a natural gas stove to a propane stove and oven. And outside, we just we'll do the seasoning in that outside where it's not going to smoke up the house. It makes it so much easier doing that because you can put it in there, get the pan all hot, bring it out. Take a wooden spoon or a wooden spatula, slap some lard in there, spread it around, get everything coated well and stuff. Pour the excess out, toss it back into the oven, and season it up.
I use my barbecue. It's easier. Just set it for like 400 or 375. Put it in there, smear it up, let it go, and when it starts to pool in the bottom, flip it over.
Yeah,
and turn the heat down a little bit.
Yeah, that works good. And the thing is, so the outside, season the outside too.
Oh yeah,
that protects it from rusting, from moisture in the air, and just makes it easier to clean all around.
Pretty much. I just do it on the stovetop with my frying pans, right? My cast iron frying pans. Just do the inside of it, and I haven't had the need to do the outside of it yet.
Yeah.
But sooner or later, I got to give it a good deep cleaning and then re-season it, the whole thing inside and out.
Yeah. All right. To answer the question in side chat, I was only doing one giveaway tonight. That was a pretty big giveaway. $40 worth of stuff. Usually I spread that over a bunch of people. That was just my one crazy giveaway tonight, and it was the perfect timing because we hit the 5150 mark, the crazy mark, and that was a decent price on for that cast iron, which goes with that Dutch oven, which goes with the topic tonight. So yeah, we were just doing the one giveaway tonight. Yeah. But so also any questions? So the next level up, the Staff Sergeant's boot camp, any videos that the Staff Sergeant does, that's my wife, will be only channel members only that are of the Staff Sergeant's boot camp level. They'll be the only ones that see any more of her future videos. So don't expect any right now. But come this summer when she's doing her gardening and stuff, I'm gonna have her do a bunch during the summertime. Get one of the boys out there videoing her while she's working in the garden and talking about the stuff she's doing. And so that's going to be the one perk for the Staff Sergeant's boot camp. Okay, Kaylin says, like to season the lid
of my pot, probably.
Yeah, pot, yeah. Season the lid of my pot. Not sure if I can get away with it in an electric oven.
Sure.
Or on an electric stove burner. Okay, there we go. Got to read the comments off her phone.
I've got
Kaylin, I love Kaylin. Kaylin had a great live last night. And I do not like to season stuff indoors. I just don't like to do it indoors. And I just don't want the house smelling like smoke. If you know someone has like a barbecue or an outside oven, hey, can I come over and season my cast iron?
Yeah, I'll be doing the full seasoning on that. The barbecue idea sounds good because once in a while, it's not often because I do it on medium heat on my stove.
Yeah.
For just the inside of where you cook, right, on cast iron.
Yeah.
But the barbecue does sound good. But I got the ceramic top stove, and it seems to just for the inside, like just pour a little bit of oil in there just to kind of give it a season, right?
Right.
It seems to work. And like I said, unless if I walk away and it's on medium for like 5 minutes, it doesn't smoke.
Right. Oh, just I want before people people are already starting to slide out. Just a reminder: this Saturday on Gray Man Prepping for Survival Saturday with the doctors, got Doc Bones and Nurse Amy coming in, and that's 8:00 Eastern time over on Gray Man Prepping this Saturday for Doc Bones and Nurse Amy. It's always a great live stream when they come on. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh.
I forgot I had a raccoon avatar I could put up there.
Yeah. Oh, let me see here. Hang on. What do I got on mine? Oh, I got the Gray Man Prepping one up. Hang on. Let me change. I got to put the right one up here. Edit avatar. Let's go with a farm tractor. There we go. Very easy to add in. Actually, I got 3 avatars saved in there. I can just go in and change it whenever I want to change, for whichever channel I'm on. I told my wife I was going to put her picture in there as an avatar. Let's just say I decided not to.
Yeah, not nice. Don't do that.
Oh, it's a nice picture. It's a nice picture, and in her uniform. But it's like she goes, nope. Caitlin wants to know if your raccoon knows how to cook.
Yes, this raccoon knows how to cook very well. This raccoon went to culinary school, so
yeah. We've always had briquette barbecues, and my wife got a nice propane one 6 months before I retired and moved up here.
Nice.
So it's like I've never, you doing it in a barbecue has never been on my mind because I had the other stove there and everything else, and she didn't like cooking in the stove, the propane stove oven outdoors. She wanted the barbecue, so it's like she got the barbecue. I'm gonna bring the other one up here, and
love my barbecue. You ever do pizza in a barbecue?
Yes, bought her a stone to go in her barbecue, a pizza stone to do it in there on, and she's done it a couple times, but the boys have she got a one of those electric toaster ovens, a big one that'll take the Costco 12-inch pizzas, really nice.
Oh, they're like a pizza oven. They're cool.
It's not a pizza oven; it's a toaster oven.
Really?
And it's a big toaster oven with different shelves and stuff. And the boys will just grab a pizza out of the freezer and toss it in there. Especially in the summertime when they don't want to heat up the house. If it's the wintertime, they'll heat up the gas oven in the house. Yes, the chimney, the charcoal chimneys barbecue works great. And actually, I did a video. Actually, let me pull something up here for you guys. Let me see if I can pull that up over here. You'll like, since we're talking about briquettes, like we're doing the Dutch for doing Dutch ovens and stuff. I got to go in here to go here. There we go. Got to get to the right one. Content. Search content across my channel. Okay, we got to do this one here. Okay, yeah. Let me go ahead and open this up here. I got to mute that. Okay, so pause that. This is from 4 years ago. So I did a how do I emergency stove kit, and so I'm just going to bring this across to get to it. So I'm using one of those big ones to turn it into a stove. And basically, if I can find it where I did here, okay, here it is. So basically, you can't just put a frying pan straight on the top. And so what I did was I'm spinning it ahead a little bit, made a little took angle brackets, worked them, cut them, and there we go. Made it like that, bent them around, and then cut a notch in them. And so basically 3 angle brackets bent and cut. Get them on there. There we go. They just go on like that. And that gives you a space to put a frying pan on there, or or a pot or whatever else, and it'll just heat up. And let me get it here where I got there we go. There you just put a frying pan right on it. And that's just using your barbecue charcoal starter chimneys.
It's almost like a rocket stove.
Yeah, well, all this is just, your charcoal starters. That's all it is. You just, get the charcoal going. You put the brackets on it, get the charcoal going, and you put a pan or pot on it. Very simple, works great. And yeah, that was me checked off, and that was about September of 2019. So, and from 2019, I didn't go back to California at all. And when the wife saw that, she goes, "I'm coming up. That better be gone." She goes, "It's bad enough kissing you and you got the mustache on, just the mustache. Get that fuzz off your face." Hey, Brenda, how's it going? Duncan 1900 is in the house. But yeah, and then I did another video on the emergency stove. So this one was this video is number 111, and I can find the other one again here. I'll look it up again. Emergency stove. The other one is 116. So a couple. Okay, so it was a couple days later. I actually cooked on it. The video I fired up and start using my wax fire starters to get it going. Did a total emergency one on that one, so that's out there. Post the link to that video, okay? Control C. There is the link. There's that video there. And the other one is coming up here. Oof. Come on, there we go. And the one where I actually started started the fire in it and melted snow and stuff on it, did stuff on it. That's the other one on that, using the charcoal chimney. And you know, if you actually had a cast iron Dutch oven on there or a cast iron skillet, it works pretty good on there. Go and close those out. All right. Oof. Okay, so wow, we're already at an hour. All righty. So coming up tomorrow night on Gray Man Prepping, 10 o'clock Eastern. The Tactical Tuesday topic is communication, silent and scrambled. Friday, back here on Camppatton Family Compound, is diversifying your electrical lighting options. Saturday is Doc Bones and Nurse Amy on Gray Man Prepping. And then next Monday here is going to be
freeze drying.
And I'll make sure I get you the link for that so you can be here from the very beginning.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, and so that's what's coming up here this next week. Got some great ideas that have been suggested. If anybody has a suggestion, there's going across the bottom is the email to suggest topics for both channels. Send it to the Camppatton Family Compound at gmail.com email for topics for both channels. And yeah, I would say probably I'm looking at, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 10 topics here over the next couple of months that were suggested by you guys. So that's what's coming up. Oh, yes. Thank you. Go raid big. All right. Hang on. Where'd they go? Show all. Where is it? There it is. Okay. So here is the link right now. Courtney and Joe are live right now. Control C. And here is the there's the link to go over and watch Grow Big TV with Courtney and Joe. Everybody, let's head over there. See you guys around. Bye.
See you later. Bye.
Later, Gil.
All right.